What we're going to show you here today, guys, is we're going to go over some numbers, some goals, some strategies with Paraiba, how to get you to where you want to be quickly by taking advantage of how the Paraiba compensation plan is set up. And this is both passively and actively. So we'll have both examples for you on how to get to at least $1,000 per month within your first 1 to 3 months, depending on, number one, the type of funds that you have yourself. Hey, Matt, good to see you. And number two, the type of action that you take when sharing Paraiba. Okay, so those are the two factors here, basically, right? So we're going to show you the numbers on how to get there as fast as possible, because obviously I want to see everybody here, everybody in Paraiba successful as you want to be. And sometimes at first glance, we'll look at compensation plans and think, wow, it's amazing, it's incredible. And other times we have to dig into it a little bit more to see where the gems are. And Paraiba happens to be a gem, so that's good, I guess. So we're going to see where the gems are in Paraiba and exactly how to get you there as fast as possible. And I want you to realize it's not difficult. It's actually fairly easy to do if you simply decide to take action. That's it, right? Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to make a decent amount of money, and that could be $100 a month to you. Could be $1,000 a month. Could be $10,000 per month. Everybody has a different idea of success and the success they want for themselves. And any of that is possible here. It's already being done. There are people making $3,000 per day in Paraiba. We've seen it, okay? There's people making, like Dirk, and many of you guys saw his account on our last live webinar, and he's making, I think now over $1,000 per day, okay? So lots of possibilities here. We're gonna show you how to start with a relatively low amount of money, we hope, for most people. But you know what? And I've said it before, it is a little bit more exclusive here at Paraiba, isn't it? This is not a $5 program, guys. So we don't want to be sharing this with those people that only have $5. They're going to have to join something else. So we want the high class, high quality people that do have a little bit of money here, because that is going to make it better for them and it's going to make it better for you. Okay. So let me just pull up my screen here. I'm going to show, quickly, and what's really cool here is we've got Stefan with us, my sponsor. I think most of you know who he is. And he's going to be sharing with us a calculator, very simple calculator. I like simple because we can all understand things. And this calculator is really cool. It's going to show us some examples, some possibilities. But I want to start off with your first goal. Can everybody see this? Maybe somebody, Stephen, give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Okay, good. All right, so, and let me try and get this full screen. I don't know whether it's going to do it, but maybe it will. Okay, so let's give it a second here. Hopefully this is going to pop up. Try to go full screen, but maybe it won't do it. Okay, can everyone still see that? Okay, good. All right, so this is the first potential goal, okay, for yourself within your first 1 to 3 months, all right? And I'm going to show the passive shortly, okay, the 100 where you don't even refer even one person, okay? And that's certainly possible here at Paraiba. But I do want to show, because there's going to be quite a few people that are going to share Paraiba with other people. So your first two things that you want to do, okay? First two things. Personally deposit $1,000 USD. That's your first goal. Now, you could start with 100. You could start with 500, 800. As long as you get to that 1,000, that's where you want to be. If it takes you a few days, a few weeks to get to that 1,000, that's fine. But that really is your first goal. Yes, you can start here with $25. I don't recommend it. They also can tell you that you'll start with $100. and that will get you the first line bonus potential. And that's okay. That's a, you know, I mean, if that's the bare minimum, then start with 100, okay? Because then at least you are going to qualify potentially for the first line bonuses, right? Which are also matching bonuses once you qualify for the highest level. So 100 is bare minimum, I would say, but really that $1,000 level is where you want to get to or where you want to start, because that can help qualify you for some of the very best aspects of Paraiba. One second, guys. I've got to admit everybody here in the room. Okay, hopefully everybody's in now. All right. So $1,000 is going to qualify you for potentially pool 1. Okay, once you have some first line members. And then it's also going to qualify you for the downline bonus too, right? So that's why we really want to be at 1,000. We want to teach other people to be, one second, just got to admit some more people. We want to teach other people to be at that $1,000 level as well. If everybody duplicates this $1,000, you can really get places quickly in your business. The second thing you want to do is you want to refer 20 people personally that do the same thing. Okay, 20 people personally that do the same thing. Now that doesn't have to be on day one. That can be, you know, within 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. That's fine. Don't worry. You know, work at whatever pace that you're comfortable with. Obviously, the faster the better. So personally deposit $1,000 US and refer 20 people personally to do the same. So now, one of the big reasons we want to get to 20 people, guys, is because it's going to unlock the highest first bonus, the highest first line bonus, right? Of 0.3% on deposits that are over $100. So that means that you are getting the same thing that all of the people that you refer are getting, right? Because they're making 0.3% per day on their funds. You are also making 0.3% per day on their funds. So that's the matching bonus. So instead of paying you some crazy flat fee, which a lot of companies do, right? They might pay 10 to 20% on a flat fee, but then the money doesn't go into trading, so it hurts the company. So instead of doing that, they're going to pay you a match. They're going to pay you a match on what your personally referred members make, as long as you have this qualification of 20 people, right? So that's why we want to get to 20. So here's an example. Here's an example of how to get yourself to $1,000 per month doing what I just said, okay? So if you don't have anyone on your second level, in other words, those 20 people that you sponsored didn't do anything, all right? So it's just you and 1,000 and your 20 people that you've personally sponsored with 1,000. If you just did that, you would be at over $1,000 per month. You'd be at $1,071 per month if you just did that, all right? Now, let's say that those people that you sponsored, those 20 people, they went out and did something. They went out and got 10 people each. They didn't even get 20 yet. They just got 10 people each. They did half of what they're going to eventually do. That would have $220,000 in your downline bonus at that point, right? So that starts to stack up a little bit. And now you're making $2,567 per month with that, right? So that's 20 people that you sponsored. Each of those 20 got 10 people each. You're making $10,567 a month. If we add in $2 million in the streamline, and I realize not everyone's going to start there, but you'll likely get there pretty soon, because people that started just about 2 weeks ago already have $600,000-700,000 in their streamline on our team. So, you know, there's going to be people well over $1 million in their first month, maybe even $2 million in their first month because they're starting out. So that's gonna happen. So this also qualifies you for the first pool in the streamline. So that adds a little bit more. So now we're at $2,596 per month. Pretty decent monthly income. I think a lot of people can even live off of that. But over and above anything else you're doing now, I'd say that's pretty decent for the majority of people out there. And one other example I want to give here is if you had 5,000 personally deposited in total, you're going to now qualify yourself for 2 more pools. And Stefan's going to bring that up here in a second, where we can see all these examples in a little bit more detail. But you're going to get qualified now for pools 1, 2, and 3 if you have 5K personally deposited with the above here, okay? So in other words, you've got your 20 people as well, right? that have done all of this, okay, right here. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. $3,184 per month if you have $5,000 personally deposited with the work that you've done here above. All right, so pretty good examples here, between $1,000 and $3,000 or so per month by doing just a little bit of referring in Paraiba. Now let me, one second here. Let me just see if there's anyone. I got to admit another person. All right, there we go. All right, so let me just get out of here for a second. I want to bring up the passive examples real quick, and then Stefan's going to show us this calculator. By the way, guys, everybody on this call today, we're going to give you the calculator. Okay, we're going to give you the calculator, so don't worry. But let me bring up one more example here. Okay, I got to keep admitting people here. Okay, Patrick, welcome. All right, so let me bring up the Quickstart Overview real quick, because I just want to show the example. I know some of you have maybe seen this, okay? Maybe seen this on our live calls, but maybe some of you are brand new and have not seen this. So this is a 100% passive example. You are not referring anybody for these numbers, all right? So if you have some background noise, please mute yourself. I'm going to see who that is. 1 second here. Okay. Everybody still hear me? Steph, you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so guys, here's the Quickstart program. Now, this does take a little bit of upfront money, and I understand that. It's not going to be for everybody, but for those that do have these types of funds, then this is a possibility to get started without any sponsoring to create yourself over $1,000 potentially per month right off the bat. Right off the bat, starting month one. Now, I want you guys to realize this is an example. It's not an absolute guarantee here, because the one thing that's not going to happen right off the bat for a new person is the streamline volume of 2 million. You can see this little asterisk in the bottom left. It says that this, the assessment basis is streamline volume of $2 million. That might take a little bit. It could take a month. It could take 2 months for that to happen for you. I'm 99.9% sure it's going to happen for everybody that's on this call, because we just started within this community here, so we're just getting going. So that's very likely going to happen fast. But if you had $10,000 sitting in your pocket, and remember, of course, this is not, mortgage money, this is not food money for anything that you need to live. Okay, guys, just remember that. Any monies that you're going to use for Paraiba or anything on the line, guys?
Michael, sorry to interrupt you. Your mic's going. Yeah, it's all very jittery, yeah?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me see.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of feedback there, mate.
All right, can you hear me now? Is that any better, Matt?
That's perfect, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let me know, please. Not sure what's connection flaw here. So yeah, just with the risk, guys, just realize anything online has some degree of risk, right? We can lose. It happens. It does happen. We certainly don't think it's going to happen here. We believe, as of course many of you have heard us talk about, the long-term nature of the setup of Paraiba. So we believe it's going to be here for years. I believe the numbers represent plausible and reasonable numbers of a company that can last many years, and I hope you guys see that too. But we have to obviously put out that disclaimer. That's important, right? So if you have $10,000 or more in extra money sitting around, you don't know what to do with it, you like to do something with it, then here is a potential, right? So just as an example, if you had $10,000, what you would do in your main account, okay, this is the top left QSP2 example. In your main account, so your personal first account, you'd have $5,000 US, and then you would have 5 sub-accounts in your name. Is all you remember, and the company allows this. You'd have 5 sub-accounts of $1,000 each. So the total is $5,000. And then if you add those two together, your main account and your 5 sub-accounts of $1,000 each, that's $10,000 in total. Your daily profit, approximately $64. Monthly profit, approximately $1,088. And this is based on $2 million in the streamline. And then, of course, there's other examples here, the QSP3 all the way up to QSP7. For those that have big bucks sitting around doing nothing, they want to do something with it. Monthly profit of $95,625 if you have $550,000 to play around with. Probably not going to be most people that can do that, but you never know who you might come across. But certainly, QSP2 to QSP 4, I think, there are going to be some people that get involved with this. Okay, there are going to be some people that get involved. And that's cool. That's good for them, right? That's 100% passive, working for them on a daily basis. All right. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go to Stefan here. Stefan, I'm going to stop sharing here, and then if you want to share, can you share? Or do I need to make you the host?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to make you the host right now. Okay, so guys, Stefan is going to show us a little calculator that he's made. Everyone is going to get this calculator. Afterwards, we're going to post it in the team room. And so he's going to show us some pretty cool examples of what can happen here pretty quickly with the numbers. Go ahead, Stefan.
Yes. So just the other day, I was interested where I am actually and how I can get to the next goals that I want to set myself. And then I did this little calculator just to find out easily how I reach what numbers. And here basically I entered in this area everything that is right now in the account. So my own deposit, my first line amount, which is being in there right now, and also the downline deposits that are in there right now. And here what I get, of course, 0.3% on my own deposit. First line bonus I get right now 0.3% as well, because I already have the 20 accounts below me. And for the downline bonus I am at 0.02%, so there's a little space. I can reach 0.04%, but I'm not there yet. And so far I have qualified for pool 1. So these are my actual numbers that I have right now. And here on the right side, I just made a little chart for me to see quickly all the qualifications I need to get into those pools here. And every qualification that I reached, I marked in green. And the pools that I'm not in right now, they are grayed out. And that's how it is right now. And then I made a copy of this sheet with my goal where I want to get next. And as you can see here, I already have almost all qualifications for the next pools. So I only need to top up my own investment to 5K. And I need 2K more in my first line, then I have this 15K as well. And then I would be immediately in pool 3. Then I get all this orange additionally, which would immediately get my monthly income up to 2,500. It is basically double than what I'm doing right now. Just when I top up my investment, get 2 more people or one who invests 2,000 US dollars, I would immediately jump to the double of what I'm doing right now. And I think that's a very cool tool to use where you can play around with. You can enter your numbers, you can enter whatever you want to reach, what is realistic for you. Just raise the numbers here to a level where you think you might go to within a certain time frame, for example, next week or next month, whatever. And enter the number of people who are qualified in the pools. Maybe you top them up a little bit, so because in the next 2 weeks there will be a little more people qualified for the pools. It's always just an estimate. It's never very accurate, of course, because the streamline is changing all the time. The number of people who qualify for the pools is changing. The deposits are changing, so it's just a rough estimate, but it still gives you a very good idea where you can get to if you just take the next steps and you can immediately see what steps you need to take by just looking here. You need to get to the next step here with 15K in my case and top up my account to 5K, and then I will open up those pools. And then I will go for pool 4 as the next step. That I want to get to 10K and get my first line up to 35K. Then I will qualify for the next pool, which will give me an additional 1,300 only for the pool. And of course, when I will get there, there will be much more volume in my first line and in my downline as well. So this will be added additionally to that. So there are real nice steps where you can set yourself goals and aim at it, set yourself a time date where you want to get there, and then make yourself a plan. For example, you can look at your contacts, get them on the phone, tell them about Paraiba, invite them to a webinar, and when they are ready to invest, tell them how to do it, and do that on, and teach them how they are doing that. We have the webinars where you can send people to, they get the whole information about Paraiba, and we can also do calls with several people or help you out when you have problems. Just write it in the group. And the most important thing is to have a vision, to see how you can get there and to take action.
Yeah, very good, Stefan. That's awesome. I think we all want to be in pool 7 right now.
Yeah, that would be an additional 34,000 or 35,000 almost US dollars a month.
Yeah, pretty nice. Is one person? I see there's one person there. Is that's
there's actually none there yet, but if I put the 0 there, then it doesn't calculate the numbers. So I just put the 1.
Right.
So I'm seeing if I would be the one, then I would make the 35,000 extra.
Indeed. Whoever's there first is going to have a nice income, that's for sure. So that's great. Some very good numbers there, Stefan, for sure, and a very simple calculator I think we can all use.
Of course, we have to do some things manually. For example, if you open up those pools, then you have to move here the calculation to the next one, like that.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
You just pull it down so it calculates the next line as well. Mm-hmm. Then you get the correct number.
So you're on track with your vision there, Stefan, to be at 2,500 relatively quickly.
Yes, it should be possible within the next week.
Awesome. Okay. Are there any questions, guys, about how the calculator works or the numbers that we've showed? If you have a question you want to type in. Am I breaking up, Stefan? Can you hear me?
That's fine.
Okay. Mike was saying I'm breaking up a little bit.
How do people qualify for different pools?
Sorry, Ratan, can you speak up a little?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
How does people will get qualified for different pool?
How will people get qualified for the pool?
Yeah, pool 2, 3.
You see that here on the right side, there is the qualifications. So to get into pool 1, you have to have an investment of 1K and at least one personal referral on your first line with 1K. Which can also be yourself, actually. You could open a second account below you with 1K, then you are qualified for pool 1. For pool 2, you need to have 5K, as well as for pool 3. And here are the numbers of the direct referrals you need to have, and the total amount that they have deposited. You have also this on the presentation, which you can download in your back office. Under Info, Presentation, you can download the English presentation, and there you also see the qualifications for all the pools.
Okay, thank you.
So obviously your first step, Ratan, is to get yourself to 1,000. That's why we mentioned that at the beginning. and then at least one person with 1,000. That could also be 10 people with 100, right, to equal that 1,000.
For the streamline, you need to have one with 1,000.
Oh, for the streamline, one with 1,000. Okay, I'm thinking about the first line, sorry. So one with 1,000 for the streamline. So that's why you want to get there very quickly. That's your first goal. Start to get that first pool. And then second and third pools, I mean, not out of the realm of possibility for, I think, a decent amount of members, 5,000 there. You can get down to that third pool, which, is paying out reasonably well right now. $536 extra. That's nice. Let me see. Peggy.
Oh, actually, you are correct. You need at least one person and at least 1,000 in total.
For the streamline?
Yeah.
Okay. Peggy, Tom can see the recording. That's okay. I don't see him to get him in, so he's either putting in the password wrong, but it's okay.
I'm on it. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey, welcome, Tom. Sorry we're at the end here, but don't worry, it's recorded.
Hey, Michael. Well, I missed about 20 minutes. I've been trying for 20 minutes, but I am here now. Thanks.
Okay, well, we're at the end, unfortunately, Tom, because this was a pretty quick webinar. But don't worry, it's recorded. Don't worry.
No problem. I think I can live.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have another one of these as well. This is just the first one. It was a little bit off the cuff, quickly planned, but I think we went over some decent numbers, and you can watch that here shortly. Are there any other questions, guys? If you do, just unmute yourself or type in the chat. Otherwise, we'll assume everything was crystal clear for everybody. Okay, so can you make me the host again, Steph?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to go back real quick here before we log off. Just so Tom can see this as well, but you'll see it in the recording. So this was our initial goal, guys. So just a quick recap. Our initial goal within your first 1 to 3 months in private is you want to get to 1,000 per
You need to show your screen.
Oh, sorry. There. Okay, can we see it now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So personally deposited 1,000 USD. That's your first goal personally. All right, at least that. And refer 20 people. That's where you want to get to. All right, so 2 people a week in 3 months, you're going to be there. All right. Obviously, if you can do it faster, awesome. So 20 people personally that do the same, that also put 1,000. And that's going to unlock that 0.3%. And that's a matching, right? It's a matching. So whatever they're making every day, you're making as well. So that's really cool. That's going to get you to over $1,000 a month right off the bat. And more if you decide that you want to, deposit personally. 5K, right? Because then you're going to qualify for that streamline at that point right away. Because all the other qualifications are taken care of. Streamline pools 1, 2, and 3 right away. So that's how to get to 1,000 quickly, guys. $1,000 per month extra over and above what you're doing now. It's just those simple 2 things. And if you want to play around with some other visions, some other numbers, we will put the calculator in the team room right after this, and you'll be able to download it. It's just a simple Excel spreadsheet, right? I think most people have Excel. And play around with the numbers, have fun with it. We'll have another one of these short calls. We'll come up with some more numbers and more strategies, guys, as time goes along. But we have the recording here, and we want to get everybody started duplicating properly, duplicating the most benefit to them, the most benefit to you, so everybody's doing well here as quickly as possible with Paraiba. One last call. Is there any other questions anybody has about those numbers or the calculator? And if you're muted, you'll have to unmute yourself. Okay, cool. All right. So we'll end here, guys. Thank you all for your time today. Appreciate you being here. And again, we'll have that calculator for you in the team room if you want to download it and play with those numbers yourself. Okay, guys, we'll have another webinar, of course, live webinar on the Paraiba Overview this Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern. So make sure to get your team there. And guys, we're going to do some big things this year with Paraiba. It's very exciting. Make it a great day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Stefan.